Alright, so with the release of FL Studio 21, it's going to be a brand new What's New video on the ImageLine website and YouTube channel, where they go through all the key changes in this update. So for today, we're going to be going through the video together, and reacting to all the new cool features that we get here. So without further ado, let's get started. Over here on the ImageLine website, we've got the new video down over here.
Let me tell you
Alright, here we go.
you don't need FL Studio 21.
Well, you don't
Integrated audio envelopes with precise control and
I don't
automatic
need that.
crossfades.
Nah.
You don't need that.
I know I don't. I just said that.
A vectorial interface with hue, contrast, and brightness control. You don't need that.
Don't need it. I don't need it.
An upgraded browser with tagging and lightning-fast search.
Make it easy to produce. I
You
don't
don't
need it.
need that.
Don't need it.
The most
Sorry, I'll stop
advanced reverb ever made exclusively
Is
for
it a reverb
FL
plugin?
Studio. A vintage phaser and exquisitely detailed multiband delay.
I've only heard about the multiband delay.
Don't need those.
So we got two new other
But
plugins
if
that I have not even tested out yet. It's gonna be
Faster
awesome.
and more precise audio editing, control over the mood of your DAW,
Very
inspirational creative tools, and lifetime free updates are important to you, then you'll want FL Studio 21.
Why am I getting chills right now?
Fastest wave.
Welcome to FL Studio 21. We've added audio clip fade in, fade out, and gain controls.
Yeah, we've already known about this stuff from the beta,
Not per channel.
but still very important. Very happy we finally get this introduced in here.
There is a clip gain handle now, allowing for minus infinite to plus 36 decibels of adjustment.
That's going to be very good. Okay,
You can
so
also
pausing that really quickly. So boosting that by like 35 dB is going to make it so that the sound will be a bit more squished. I actually really like that effect. It's going to add a lot more loudness for not increasing the volume, because you can increase the gain there and then decrease the actual overall volume. So you can still have a negative 6 dB snare or whatever, but it'll be, the perceived loudness will be a lot higher. So that's going to be very important.
By default, dragging an audio clip without any fades into another one will automatically crossfade between them.
That's going to take some getting used to. Sometimes I'll have the same, like two different clips in the same one, where now you can't do that without crossfading. You can, but it'll just be doing it automatically. Let's move on over to the themes over here, which we actually just did a video on. It's the first video of this new FL Studio 21 series, where I made my own theme, which is honestly already changed by now. It's already been like a day later, but still going over some of the basics there if you're gonna go check that out.
UI theming. Yes, you can now change the look of FL Studio. Enjoy preset themes that evoke moods quickly, or tweak the default theme. Your choice. And greatly improved browser in FL Studio.
So I already covered a lot of this stuff in a previous video of everything that's upcoming in FL Studio 21. So if I do gloss over anything here, go check out that video if you want anything more in-depth there. Everything that's going to be focused in this video is going to be everything that we don't already know. Stuff that got added because it's now an official update. Yeah, here's a reverb plugin.
Is an
awesome.
advanced reverb plugin based on clever usage of non-traditional techniques. That means your reverb tails are as diffuse as you make them.
Wow.
It
looks a little bit, not intimidating, it looks pretty simple to understand, but a lot more options to change what it sounds like.
This allows shimmer-style reverb tails straight from the plugin itself.
I was gonna say, automating some of this stuff would actually sound really cool. Oh, so it's like only at the peaks that's going on because of the threshold, okay.
This envelope can
Nice.
also be triggered by a sidechain source.
That's pretty cool. So you can cut out the reverb whenever like a kick hits it or something like that. That's really sick.
Vintage Phaser. Our newest addition to the Vintage plugin
Everyone's got to
series
have
is
an
Vintage
RC20
Phaser.
nowadays. Everyone's got to.
Modeled after the popular small stone guitar pedal from the 1970s. You can set your modulation range with these two sliders and change LFO shape and speed in the modulation panel. It's got a built-in delay unit too, for that characteristic retro ambience sound.
So I'm seeing this these T's over here, right? I'm wondering if that's going to be like a time thing. Again, I've not dived into this plugin yet, but I'm going to right after this video. Hopefully this button means we can sync it up with our project file.
The original phaser pedal is powered by a 9-volt battery, and we've noticed that the sound significantly changes when the battery is low.
Okay, okay.
There to be able to adjust the sound smoothly from rich and crisp full battery to crunchy and laggy low battery. Multi-band delay is a powerful effect.
I did cover this one in the previous video as well, but we'll go through here and see if it's anything new.
Separately. At conservative settings, this can sound like phase dispersion. However, flip the delays around with the scale parameter and you'll be able to do this in reverse. A new VFX plugin.
Oh yeah, this one I'm not quite sure. This is going to be very,
newest addition to the voice effects for
like a lot of hardware stuff, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, this might be something that I can't even go over. I just don't know what any of this is. So looking over this, it looks like it's going to be inside a patcher. So it's like, it's not even its own real new plugin. It's just like a thing inside a patcher, which is not bad. Something to notice that's going to be over there.
Updated plugins. 3OSC, DX10, and Fruitcake can now be used in Patcher.
It couldn't before?
Previously, this was impossible due to these plugins being hybrids.
Oh, okay.
In Fruity Convolver specifically, we've removed the 1 minute length limit for impulse samples.
I've always been a huge fan of Fruity Convolver. It was the best reverb inside of FLstudio before the new one. Still a very viable option as well.
Gross Beat has received a new preset called Juggling Science, featuring lots of chopping, gating, and scratching sounds that are perfect for dance music.
Nice, that actually is probably kind of sick. I don't make dance music, but that if I were, that would actually be kind of sick.
All audio editors now have Python versions of the PAX compiler scripts. This means the scripts can now work on macOS.
Oh, that's good, because that's what I'm using, so that's good.
Audio projects. The software.
Is anyone out there still using ZGame Editor? Like, I haven't used ZGame in so freaking long. So long.
Mixer. You can now select all mixer tracks at once by pressing Ctrl and A.
Alright, so right there.
Effects,
real quick, but adding that new feature, alright, by hitting Ctrl A and it selects every single track on there, I think it's going to be very useful because you want to mix down very low, okay? So imagine, like, I have audio interface and very good speakers. If I didn't, I would need to mix very high, and then once I get what sound that I like, you can now bring that back down so you can create headroom for your mastering. That's going to be very good for anyone who does not have an audio interface.
You can choose to render the selected mixer tracks to WAV files in the menu here now.
Yeah, that's actually pretty sick. That's going to be really good too because a lot of times I want to be able to cut out sounds before a drop, which, yeah, I want the reverb to still be there in certain parts, but then, like, when I want to cut it out, like, after a clap or a snare or something like that, I want all sounds to go down to complete, like, I want there to be no sound at all. So by being able to render out your instruments, you can render everything out to audio and then slice and cut up that to where there's going to be no noise right before the drop. So a very big upgrade there for me.
Paste at playhead. Yes, we heard you. You can now copy notes and clips and paste them at the playlist or piano.
Yeah, that actually is going to be pretty sick. Okay. Because a lot of times you don't want to have to be able to find, like, grab something and then, like, put it in the exact spot. Yeah, that's sick. That's going to be really good. Really helpful.
There is a new plus button on the playlist for quickly adding audio and instrument tracks.
Okay, I never used that too much myself, but I know that a lot of people can utilize that, so that's good they added that. Make it a lot easier to get your recordings in. There is so many different kind of music in these videos. I love it. Quality of life. This might be more important than you think it would be.
Finally, you're able to set your metronome level without impacting browser preview volume. You can now have FLstudio save very frequently, every minute, as requested by Afrojack.
So I've always used the every 5 minutes, and then after every, what was it, like heavy task, I think it's called, something like that. So, do I want to go to every minute? I think so, right? What would be the only reason why I think for me I would not be good is that sometimes when it saves, it'll like stutter a little bit, which when I'm recording a video could be kind of annoying for the viewers to watch. So I don't know if that'll be worth it for me, but I know that for a lot of people that'll actually be very, very good.
You can now import M4A audio files.
So now I can use the voice memos on my iPhone, which once again we went over in that video earlier. If I have an idea in my head and I'm out and about, I could just use my phone to get a basic idea going on, and I could put it inside of FLstudio and trying to replicate it with having all the visuals of the audio wave there too. All right, and that's going to be the end of the video right there. All right, so I've got like 2 more minutes left on this camera right now. I don't want to have to restart it, so we're going to go over this right now. So I'm sorry if this was not some sort of like YouTube hype reaction video that maybe you were expecting. Again, a lot of these changes were already documented way beforehand, and I already made a video on what I was most excited about, where I reacted a lot more there, and wanted to give you guys a more dumbed down, chopped up to only the key parts of the new What's New video with some of my thoughts there as well. Like I was saying before, we've already got a different video on the FLstudio 21 themes that just came out, so go check that out over there as well. And next video, I think I'll be going over the new reverb plugin because that looks really freaking cool. Take some time, get to know it a little bit better, and then do a review for you guys. And then let's go down the line from there. So if you guys want to stick around, a lot more FLstudio 21 coverage coming right now. So with all that said and done, thank you guys so very much for watching. Really do appreciate it. And I'll see you in the next one. Peace.